Welcome back to Breaking Skyrim. On our last episode, we showed how the ethereal crown is broken in one of its facets. There's videos on how it is also broken, but uh, moved on from that. I cleaned up a couple of other items from my inventory. Red Eagle sword, literally you go in, kill Red Eagle, and it transforms the sword, which it's not bad. Um, it's a decent effect, Red Eagle's Bane, for some undead. But ran around, got our smithing up, got our sneak up, which I spent more perks in just because stealth is nice. Um, Sold a few items. We're skipping Daedric smithing just because I really don't use it. I jump straight to the dragon, and I prefer the dragon. Um, Daedric is better statistically, even though it's heavier most of the time. But I'm the Dragonborn. It makes sense that I would use the dragons I slayed. Yada yakety. So, what I think I'm going to do now, since we're already starting to break into the green tree, and there's various different ways to get, lockpicking, pickpocketing up, and whatnot, but I think we're going to start doing alchemy. That's usually what I end up doing late game, just because you add alchemy into smithing, you add alchemy into enchanting. Um, it really, there's a whole loop you can do where you'll enchant things that make you do better alchemy, make potions that have, better smithing and whatnot, enchanting for better smithing, so on and so forth, and you can just keep driving that up. So I think that's what we're going to start achieving, but for that to work, we need to break alchemy. So we went to the Thane of Falkrieth. We've actually had the mission for the longest time, and he told us to go to Ember Shard Mine, which is pretty much the first common encounter everybody does. If you watch my first video, I did it. But before I head there, I came to Whiterun, and I went into the barracks here at the very front gate, and I picked up a dossier to give me Smith and Slash. So that's what we're going to end up doing. So from here, we can just fast travel to Ember Shard, kill two birds with one stone. Now I'm going to start tackling things a little bit differently. I figured I already got Archery up to 75, I might as well start using it. And I still have the enchantments on my bound weapons. So... Oh, hi there. Do you see me? No, you don't. Alright, I'm backing off. Yeah, what was he thinking? 2 3s. So, we're just gonna peruse our way through. Even though the bandits are pretty much now our level, which, us being a level 60, it's quite a jump from where it was beforehand. I'm not even sure if enough time has actually passed for the ironing nodes. Why do I do that? For the mining iron nodes to come back. Pardon my dyslexia. I'm just a wee bit backwards, as my great-granddad would say. Huh?
Someone there?
Now, I don't even have the perks for sneak attack bonuses, but if you want to take them, you can always farm up. Really depends. Now, you're going to start seeing the Orcish plate. That's what we're here for. When you get this Smith and Slash side mission done, it unlocks a variant for the Orcish. Yeah, see, that's not back. So we just continue on. Infinity Sprint while rolling is pretty cheap. Keep your mobility, but also keep your stealth. Now the gold purse, that regenerated. Come on, where's that hitbox? You're gonna make me stand up. No one saw me though. Something about a cinematic kill. Do I have... I do not. Oh, just a little more. Thank you. Yeah, they're not bad. So, that's totally broken. For me to have gone from... Oh, I must have been a level 2 or 3 all the way to 60 and still not have the nodes come back that's quite something. That is always clairvoyance. But at least most of the treasures come back. Everything still seems to be the same level, including the bandits. This might just alert everybody. So,
what was that?
Our sneak is, I think, 165.
No more.
To say that it's not broken.
I yield.
Oh, well, that was perfect timing. So we examine the body, read her journal. I don't know if we need to take her journal, but take her key. And there's still somebody out there. Somebody? I swear that... Ah, there. No? Ah, yeah. There we go. Oh, the wind must have just killed all my mates. How about that? Okay. So now the chest we are looking for is right here. Gold ingots, or it's still saying I need to take the journal, I guess. Oh no, I actually need to take the armor off of him. Oh yeah, because it has all the enchantments. That's what it is. Now hopefully we don't have all these enchantments, so we at least get something out of it. Enchantment-wise. I do believe that archer fell down. Didn't she? She's not dangling. So we'll just go to our trusty detect dead spell. I was standing on her. She used camouflage. That happens. Alright. So yeah, it is going to be a little too easy to raise archery, just because we don't do much damage, for sure, but they can't find us, at least in dark spaces. Probably in the middle of the day they will, but, you know, pop your invisibility, find the hiding spot, and go on about your business. Pretty sure everybody's dead in here. I don't know why I'm still sneaking. Yeah, rewards in here are pretty slim. Yeah, I don't know how the loot has respawned, but the nodes haven't. So anyway, Now we got done smith and slash, which allows us to smith the orcish plate now. So if you go down to orcish, you know, you had your regular orcish armor. Now you have the plate armor, which I do believe it does better in armor rating. Yes, it does. So the plate does better in armor rating, and I think it looks good too. You know, just to change up from something different. We have a few other missions we could do in that channel. I could go get the ebony plate. We've already read that. But I like the ebony as it is. The ebony plate looks better, in my opinion. It does have a better armor rating. But I'm just going to end up going to the dragon anyhow. So, now what is broken about dragon, if I remember correctly, if it still functions the same way, getting dragon allows you to do either light or heavy armor. So if you just wanted to save the perks and go up the heavy armor side of it all, I go up the light side because it gives you more options to smith with the stuff that you come across in the world. But if you just want to avoid that and go for all the heavy stuff, eventually you can make light armor, enchant it with light armor perks, and have it drive up your light armor, because you can get it dragon, which is the best light armor you can get, I do believe. Because the Daedric light armor is, I think, an added create a club thing, and you still don't even get a helmet. I don't, yeah, but it's enough rambling out of me. We're gonna go back to the Thane of Falkrieth, because what we're doing now is we're trying to get the land to build our house on, get that spec'd out to alchemy, and then once we have that spec'd out to alchemy and starting the process of getting our alchemy crops for high-end poison, that way you have infinite monies from a lot of different vendors that do poison, you know, your alchemy shops, general goods. It's just really good cash. But then we can start working on other potions for enchanting and the like. Again, I don't do much of it. It's going to be a little bit of a journey of discovery for me. I'm going to have to do some research online just to streamline the process of what I want to have happen. But anyway you squeeze it, we're going to try and break some alchemy. It's just a matter of, if you have enough items in bulk, then you can get alchemy done in one sitting. It's just having enough items there. I might as well. Our character just could not resist. Alright. No, don't feed again.
Good to see you. Teach
Richard mine.
Here. You know, I hereby grant you permission to purchase property in Falkrieth Hold. There is room. However,
I'm gonna go ahead and become Jarl too.
And I'll make you my Thane.
Now,
on your way then.
The main reason I want to become a Thane here is because he'll give me a housecarl that will actually help to interior design the house. You'll pay her some of that, you know, wealth of gold we've been stashing up pretty much for this moment. Just because you can do it yourself, it actually helps to drive forward your smithing if you do it yourself, just because you're making so many different pieces of furniture and stuff like that. But it will save time, because while you're doing that, you can go off and do whatever else. I mean, since I'm pretty much breaking sneak, we could do the Thieves Guild. You know, you just need time for the housecarl to fill everything in once you've paid her the first time. Now, to assist his peoples, I'm thinking I need to be out in the middle of the day. I know where I can find the first one, because he is the priest of Archery. I think there's a few different people you can help around town, but this is just the one that I know where he's located at the moment. I do not need to feed.
Ghost is responsible for the cemetery here in Falkreath. I am. I'm for. Could you do an old elf a favor? Blessing of Archery to you for your help.
Now you can do this at pretty much any level, becoming the Thane here in Falkrieth, because it's a small hold and not much goes on. It's meant to be low level. Where's that? But is it one of those? Yeah, I guess it's. We're gonna go into the cave here and come out on top somewhere else. Don't think I want to go mountain climbing, but we'll fast travel to Helgen and take care of this. Now, really, you can make the manor any way you want, but if I remember correctly, there are two other holds that allow you to buy land and make your own. But this, personally, for me, I use the manor, and I've always used the manor to drive alchemy in the late game. I don't know why I'm doing that. Just because. Now, don't get me wrong, by this level, I really could be using a better bow. But I mean, we've already found the Zephyr, which that is one of the best dwarven bows that you can get. Especially since its DPS is raised due to its 30% increased fire rate. If I remember correctly, I have to go around somewhere for this cave. Yeah, I have to keep going around the mountain. What time is it? 6 a.m. Oh, I'm starting to not have regen. Darn my undead flesh. Alright, I don't think... I might be mistaken. I have to go the other way. Well, forget about this. Let's just try and climb. Now, mounts make mountain climbing so much easier. But I find that I only ever use them for mountain climbing, and I can eventually just achieve the same thing myself. In most scenarios, there are certain climbs that you need to have a mount. Hopefully right now isn't one of them. I think my agility skill just went up. Oh, wait, wrong game. You can't go that way. Of course I can't, because reasons? Well, let's just commit suicide then. No. Now, where's this cave? Did I just completely pass it up? Because I have a habit of doing that. There it is. Got ourselves a mining spot. Ooh, silver. Well, at least I wasn't in the middle of something important when my controller died. So now we're going to continue on. We found the sanctum. Thank you, quiet casting, because even though that's loud to me, he heard nothing. Now, am I... Is this, I think... So one of the very first things correct. The very first thing a courier brought us. That's useful. Was a quest for an undead incident in this area. So, it's literally right here. We'll just go ahead and take care of it. Oh, did he see me? He sensed my presence. We're just here to take out the zombies. And there are quite a few of them. So eventually I might switch my tactics if I'm discovered. They're not the smartest creatures, as you can tell. Oh, there's a straggler up there. Couple of them. Uh-oh, somebody says they're agile. I swear this controller has terrible... sensitivity on it is way too sensitivity. Now these zombies aren't going to have anything on them besides the weapon that they have, and then mort flesh, which again is a nice alchemy ingredient. We'll probably end up investigating it at some point. But you can see these necromancers got a little too big for their britches. Tried working with a conjure zombie spell that went out of control. I mean, just a teensy bit. I do believe that is conjuration. But we broke that quite a long time ago. Do believe that there's... Yep, there's the journal. Complete that small quest. There's some conjure zombie. Which means I don't need another book of it. And now mind you, as much as this new conjuration spell isn't absorbed by our broken setup, but I just find the skeletons to be much better. There's a whole bunch of different things you can use when it comes to the new conjuration, and I like it. But we're gonna raise our bow here, because why not? I mean, you can see now I've got a death priest. I got the marksman for the skeletons, just because, you know, put out the bone colossus and 2 marksmen. If everybody's focusing on the colossus, the marksmen get their free shots in, and they weaken targets they hit. I forgot I got dead thrall. Why not? I mean, after all, I'm gonna stay sneaky. Some distraction's nice. And I won't feel bad if I accidentally take him out, because, well, I already did. Alright, so we're looking for Runiel's journal, but there's a side quest in this cave. These mages have another mage cursed and locked up with some spiders. So we're gonna save her while we're at it. There's a chest hidden in the foliage. You can see it, there's a rune on the door. And I can't trip it that way. That sure did it. Did anybody see that? Not a soul. I do believe they have a pet fox. I try to leave him alive, but I still feel bad because now he has nobody to take care of him, and if he's domesticated, I don't know if his wild instincts will take over. Now I'm trying to remember which path because this dungeon loops around. I do believe that leads to the spider's pit. And I personally prefer to exterminate everybody before I rescue what's-her-face. I can't think of her name. But a mage that's been cursed to not have any power, that... yeah, she doesn't have great survivability. So I prefer to clear her way entirely. So we're gonna come this way. So I can loot the guy I shot. Oh, why not? It's a novelty trick now. Yep, and there she is. There's the fox. Now the question is, was that my spell sword? It appears not. Yep, nope, that. I don't know why he always resurrects the chicken in the cage. Pretty sure the coding's wrong and the fox was meant to be there. But the reason I say it's a pet, I'll be cruel. Sorry. Her name was Pumpkin. Now do you see why I feel bad? Poor Pumpkin. But again, I kill her masters, you know, it's a chance that she doesn't survive anyway. I'll stop being bleak. Is it just me, or am I not mining anything? Okay, glitched. Now, I know I've made plenty of reference to, you know... Just Frost, we have that. Mace of Dread. To making roleplay elements to spice up gameplay. I've been slacking on that just because I think now that we're broken, it pretty much just... once... For me, most storylines, once we're broken and we accept that we're the Dragonborn, we just continue on any and all quests that, you know, are at our whim to make ourselves stronger. It's all about driving those last few things. And by now we've got a good selection of different artifacts that we can save up. You can finally go finish the Falkrieth Temple from Iridia, because her one-handed weapon is really nice. It's pretty game-breaking. Don't use the gate. The gate's a trap. I never understood that. Like, but yeah, we're just pretty much trying to polish off the rest of our skills. So there's his journal. This guy's tough, if I remember correctly. Let me... There's no shade to hide in, really.
It's nothing.
So nothing was pelting you with arrows? I'm confused as to... Now you're confused. Destruction if we hadn't broken it already. Not sure if I have alchemy, but we're gonna need it eventually here soon. Flee from combat. That's worth some good money. So now Runel's journal's here. Grab that. Pretty sure I have that. Alright. Now from here, I do believe this is where we start running into their spider minions. As you know, what clan of spell swords doesn't want to have spider minions? Surprise! Got an arrow in your lungs. You didn't like my gift. Alright, now. Bingo. But the one in the arm is what gets her. Skyrim logic. Now you can see they have it locked down. You can just hop over if you'd like. To be completely honest, another reason I like using the bound bow, endless quiver. By the time you, if you try and shoot all these arrows off, by the time the bound bow disappears, you're not going to. You're just going to need to summon another bow, and then you get your 100 arrows back. Now, the flip side of that, you could also go get the spellbound quiver and just use a super awesome bow you found and never run out of arrows that way. But they're so plentiful and don't weigh anything, that's pretty much a hardcore thing where you don't have to worry about your arrow count, which super useful additive you ask me. But I'm not the biggest hardcore player. That appeals more in a Fallout for me, just cause survival horror genre. Now, I could have sworn they had a captive in here. I might be on a completely different dungeon. Or I went the wrong way. I could have sworn. Well, at least we, missed the chest. Came back for that. Yeah, I could have sworn there was... Hold on. It would appear I am mistaken. Yep. I could have sworn, though. Well, anyway, we did what we needed for Runel. So I'm just going to head back to Falkrieth and give him back his journal. I'll pick the next video up from there. See you in the next one.